Yo, this might be one of the biggest hip-hop murder cases we've seen in years, because this ain't just about whether Yella Beezy allegedly paid to have MO3 killed. Now the courtroom is debating something that could change rap forever.
Some Taco Bell lead to cyclospora outbreak.
Another genre. But prosecutors called up the lead Dallas homicide detective who testified investigators don't start with rap lyrics. Instead, he said they compare lyrics with witness statements, physical evidence, wiretaps, social media, and other investigative findings. The detective also walked the court through a years-long rivalry between Conway and MO3 leading up to that shooting.
Can prosecutors really use rap lyrics as evidence? Or are they turning entertainment into a criminal confession? And depending on how this judge rules, it could affect artists far beyond Yella Beezy.
There you go. Nice up here. Day. Going in the court.
Let's talk about it.
The past 2 days of testimony has centered around a key theme. Can a rapper's song lyrics be used as evidence? In this case, evidence of an alleged murder for hire by Dallas rapper Yella Beezy and the death of fellow rapper MO3. The murder of MO3, whose legal name is Melvin Noble, happened back in 2020.
The pretrial hearings in Yella Beezy's capital murder for hire case are getting crazier by the day. Prosecutors are trying to convince the judge that Beezy's music wasn't just music. They're arguing it allegedly reflects motive, intent, and state of mind. One of the biggest pieces they're fighting over, a freestyle called Take 3. According to the testimony, detectives believe that the record was a direct diss toward MO3.
We want a first-person narration. In this investigation, because of the keep it in the street motto, we weren't able to get that in an interrogation room. We had to go to YouTube to get it. We had to go to social media to get it.
Claiming it mirrored MO3's own song 219 and was recorded the very same day MO3 was killed. Not only that, investigators testify Yella Beezy allegedly texted the song to Jerry Johnson, then later emailed the record to the producer Bud Beats and Eardrum Studios. The prosecution's entire argument is that this wasn't just another rap song. They say it allegedly fits into a much larger timeline. But here's where the defense immediately pushed back. Yella Beezy's attorney basically asked, why is rap the only genre constantly put on trial? Not gonna lie, he kinda got a point, cause if a country singer says, I shot a man, I buried the body, bang bang, nobody rushes to court saying that's a confession. Nobody subpoenas the songwriter. Nobody treats country lyrics like a sworn testimony. But when it's rap, suddenly every metaphor, every punchline, every diss record gets treated like evidence. That's the argument that the defense is making. And honestly, it's a debate that the culture has been having for years. Matter of fact, we've already seen this play out in Lil Durk's federal murder for hire case. Earlier this year, a judge ruled prosecutors could not use some of Durk's lyrics from Hanging with Wolves as evidence, finding that they weren't sufficiently tied to the alleged crimes. So now people are asking, will Yella Beezy get that same protection? Or will this judge allow the jury to hear bars prosecutors say point directly to MO3? Because that ruling could have major consequences for rap going forward. Now here's where the evidence gets even heavier. Detective Eric Barnes testified about a series of events prosecutors believe support their case. One claim that's getting a lot of attention. Investigators say Yella Beezy withdrew approximately $40,000 from his account shortly after MO3 killing.
You heard Dr. Nielsen testify. Did you have any problems with his descriptions that rappers are playing a character? They give themselves a name and they're playing a character.
I have a huge problem with that.
And what's that?
That narrative can be true, but it also cannot be true. It's up to an individual basis.
Prosecution argues that the timing is significant. The defense, of course, disputes that the prosecution's interpretation and argues the state is connecting dots that don't prove guilt. And remember, the burden is still on the prosecutors to prove their case in court. Another moment that surprised a lot of people, the detective testified he believed Yella Beezy was not even in Texas when MO3 was killed. That's right, the lead investigator acknowledged what he believed was effectively an alibi for Beezy's physical location. So the prosecution theory isn't that Beezy personally pulled the trigger. Their allegation is that he orchestrated the murder from a distance. That's a huge distinction. Then the courtroom shifted to social media. Detectives testified they viewed videos and posts they believe mock MO3 after his death. They also introduced alleged communications between people tied to the investigation, along with testimony about phones seized by investigators, and additional evidence they say connects the timeline. Again, those are allegations presented by prosecutors. Yella Beezy has pleaded not guilty, but here's a plot twist almost nobody saw coming. For years, both MO3 and Yella Beezy publicly downplayed the idea that they even knew each other.
There was a lot of tension between you and MO3. Don't know who that is. Nah, I don't know who buddy. Okay.
Interviews surfaced where each essentially acted like there wasn't much of a relationship. Now, old footage has resurfaced showing the two together in the studio before everything fell apart. That doesn't prove a crime, but it completely changes how a lot of fans view the history between them. Because now people are saying, hold on, these two people actually share space before becoming rivals. And if that wasn't enough, reports indicated that prosecutors have subpoenaed hundreds of potential witnesses connected to this case. That alone shows how massive this investigation has become. And this isn't being treated like an ordinary celebrity trial. This is one of the biggest murder-for-hire prosecutors involving a rapper in a recent memory. Meanwhile, the alleged gunman, Keywan White, has reportedly indicated he intends to cooperate with the prosecutors. If he ultimately testifies, that could become one of the most significant moments of the entire trial. But until testimony is presented and challenged in court, the allegations remain exactly that, allegations. So now the biggest question isn't just, did prosecutors build a strong enough case? It's whether rap lyrics should ever be treated like criminal evidence in the first place. Because if bars become evidence, where does it stop? Does every violent lyric become an exhibit? Does every diss become a motive? Or should music stay protected as artistic expression unless there's independent evidence directly tying it to a crime? However this judge rules, artists, lawyers, and the entire music industry are going to be watching, because this decision could reach far beyond Yella Beezy. And that's why this case has become bigger than one rapper. It's turned into a landmark debate over where hip-hop ends and the courtroom begins.
For you, anybody that's going against you, anybody that's negative, you understand me, ain't bringing no positive vibe, you know, in the word Gucci, put that in the dirt. Damn! For sure, you did. And we're gonna take a toast to that.